3 centuries ago, a scaled tidal wave of dragons washed over the continent, destroying and consuming anything and everything in their path. In the present day, people and settlements emerge from their sequestered safe havens in an attempt to reclaim the lost world outside.
A half-orc warrior devoted to protecting Erinos and uncovering the truth within Feori.
A gnomish archaeologist looking for old truths and new secrets.
A daring half-elf warlock testing his luck and following his fortune.
A dwarven druid on a quest to find the spark in a dragon's egg.
And a knight spreading the rekindled light of his goddess.
Welcome to the continent of Erinos. Welcome to Emergence. Hello everyone and welcome back to DICEBERG Ahead. You're listening to the Emergence podcast. My name is Hunter Olson and I'll be your siege master for the evening. And with me today we have...
a lover and a fighter, Chenoa Reid playing Emori Johndottir.
Nathan Holten playing Ranpram Sneedbar. Things are about to get spicy.
I love it.
You didn't need to retake it, but that's so great. I love that. Evan, the weird otter thing. Batt, they, them, playing Candor, nice big himbo. Bek, he, him. And Alice, little twink bitch. Atheras, they, them.
Garrett Kelly, playing as a guy who lights things on fire for fun. Offen.
Tristan Redearth playing Hans's icy counterpoint foil. Counterfoil, Thalminar The Frost-Chained.
The foil chained. Okay.
Are you Hans Offen's actually?
You kind of are.
Well, we'll see.
I'm big on trees. He hates trees.
Yep.
He's big on trees.
Wait, why do I hate
broken
you?
chair again.
Ah, you stupid fuck.
You dumb,
You should have sent
Evan, you ignorant slut.
Oh no, I just waited for everyone else to sit down before getting my chair, because that's just how I do things.
It was the last one in the stack.
Yeah.
When last we left our heroes, the siege of Feori had begun and the party divided to better conquer their enemies and defend the city. Emori, Ranpram, and Thalminar had summoned Allies and descended into the sewers with the intention of planting a white arcanite bomb within the Illithid complex.
Oh, sorry.
Destroy it. This isn't what happened. The party instead encountered Akval, who had them enter some kind of deal to help him transport roughly 1,000 surviving Illithid that are in some kind of stasis into the Astral Sea. The party agreed to help only once Akval agreed to ensure the safety and survival of Feori and its citizens. The sewer crew emerged from beneath the streets, except for Pram, but we'll get to him in a second, and began making their way outside to the city walls, where Bek and Hans are fighting alongside the other Way Riders to fend off the host forces. There are 2 enormous chimera and 2 remaining blaze bears, all snapping jaws and bursts of fire, while Herschel, Hans, and Bek have turned their attention to the blinding and scintillating light of the prismatic wall that the hosts have summoned and are sort of hiding inside of with their siege engines. You can hear Borim, his large form, as he shouts muffled orders to the rest of his soldiers. However, we're going to begin with Pram, who discovered a secret tunnel that the hosts used to sneak soldiers in through the city sewers and has decided to begin following it to see where they came from.
Secret tunnel. Okay.
Split the party in the mountain, under the city. I fucked it up. I just kind of rolled with it.
I'm still conflicted because part of me really wants to blow up the Illithid shit still. I really do.
Hans is going to
Terrorism.
have some pointed questions when he sees you show up carrying the bombs still.
You just weren't there for the whole negotiation of peace, and so you're just like, so what, we're just friends now? Over the phone.
Wait, so I wasn't supposed to set the bomb off.
Well, part of me is like if we blow up under the city, doesn't the city kind of fall down like a sinkhole?
Depends on the strength of the bomb. you
It's
know.
more
It depends on
strong.
how big the sewer is.
Yeah.
It'll probably cause some collateral damage, but also a lot of damage to the Illithids.
Yeah, there's that.
Wow. The tunnel is earth carved by magic, but still rough and polygonal. There are deep gouges and clean slices, leaving sheer surfaces of rock. And in many places, portions of the rough-cut ceiling or walls have collapsed with tumbling boulders and debris that have landed in your path. But they're pretty easy to navigate. My question is, are you moving stealthy or quick?
Probably quick if I do go down the tunnel.
Quick will mean, in this instance, that you have disadvantage on your stealth check, but either way, you're going to be making stealth checks to get through this thing.
I said I was gonna go blow up stuff if I rolled under a 10, and I got 4.
Oh no.
I don't know.
I think that you got to commit.
I think I might have to. Part of me's like, "Ugh,"
Disagree and commit.
but I'm probably gonna end up dead though. I feel like that's what's gonna happen because
We won't have anything to bury, but we will build you a nice statue.
We can also just bring you back.
That you know what we do
I
have.
do have a single hair.
Yeah, I do have insurance. This
We
is
gave you pieces.
unlike real life. I do have insurance.
Hey!
It would only cost a lock of hair
Yeah.
and
And
a
also-
few thousand gold.
Yeah, also-
Yeah, it's still money. Yeah. Oh God. Well. Sorry, Hunter. I think I'm gonna cause chaos.
Yeah.
Listen, I made a deal.
0
but
questions if I'm
Pram
dead.
Did not.
Pram didn't do shit.
And Pram can do whatever Pram wants.
Pram is a free agent.
They don't call Ranpram Sneedbar that just because it's funny.
It means sneaky fuck.
Yeah.
Sneaky, whimsical fuck.
Okay, so you're gonna
I'm-
turn around and go back towards
Yeah.
the
gonna-
door.
Yeah.
Where the
After
engine was.
after a weird little second, I'm just like, we already wasted the Arcanite. Like,
Okay. So I'll have you make a stealth check for that instead. And again, are you moving quick or stealthy?
now it's more stealthy
Now
because
it's
there's
more stealthy,
way
okay.
more people. I know there's people.
So you're rolling straight then, yeah.
Yes. 21.
21. Okay. Yes, you stealth your way back up the familiar path. Now the third time you're making this trek, and you reach the point where you last saw host forces, the hobgoblins and lizard folk.
Tunneling in.
Yes, you see the route they have taken and the tracks of earth leading from the tunnel out, and they're on the streets of Feori by now. But that leaves it pretty clear for you to begin making your way up. And we're going to cut from you to battle. And then after a round of battle, we're going to come back to you. So, music change. Outside, or I should say above, outside the walls of Feori, we have Herschel and Beck and Foible in his summoned form right up against the prismatic wall. We have Hans and Abraham out on the field helping the Wayriders get rid of some blaze bears and chimera and goblins. We have the west of the Wayriders are off the map currently, but are keeping the chimera and the blaze bears more or less occupied, so you guys are free to either wail on them or try to figure out the wall.
Hans is not an Arcana expert, so his rough plan is to unoccupy the Wayriders, so whoever they have who is can get to work on the wall.
And yes, so far that has helped. Killing at least one or two of the blaze bears has freed up Prywin Goldmeadow, the druid from Elegy Squadron from Season 1, who managed to summon a gust to help you get through, I think, the orange layer.
Yeah.
And thinking of the layers, Hans thinks back to just moments ago when he heard the layers and the order that they were in.
Yes, Beck has been given a bullet point list.
So the next one is yellow, which is 60 force damage. I can probably tank at least half of that in one round.
Okay.
I could roll bad. And then after that is green, which takes a pass wall or equivalent portal on a surface spell. That one I don't know
I
anything
think
about.
Dimension Door would work.
I don't know if that's like it specifies surface.
It like summons a portal, but it doesn't.
If-
Dimension Door's portal doesn't need to be on a surface.
If instead of
You know.
preparing the 5th level spells I did, I had taken transport via plants, I'd argue vehemently that is a surface
Perhaps.
type teleport.
Perhaps a Wayrider could help you out. We shall see.
And then blue is 25 points of fire damage.
I can do that.
Yeah, that's not too bad. Indigo is bright light by a spell such as sunlight or moonbeam. And then violet, the final one, is dispel magic.
Correct. And hiding behind it like a bunch of wimps are all the forces of the host, except for these preliminary forces that are outside.
Do I see Zavoya Vitel in there?
You see Borim,
Yeah, that's the big fucker right in front of me.
yes,
and
but you don't see anyone else that seems high-ranking that you don't like recognize their silhouette. But at the start of initiative is Borim, who turns and gives some muffled commands to the forces around him. So the two blade boys there, referring to the miniatures here, are going to step outside of the wall. One's going to go to Herschel.
They can't do that.
The other's going to, yes, they can. And the other's going to go, yeah, right there. And they're going to start swinging on Herschel and Beck as they step outside. Catch me outside. How about that?
I'm blind, by the way.
You
Oh,
are
yeah.
blind. That means they have advantage against you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you have disadvantage against them. So the first one against Herschel gets 22. The second one against Beck gets 24.
Oh, yeah.
They do 9 points of bludgeoning damage as with each swing of their fists, you watch as their skin hardens into rock. Just leaves these terrible bruises and scrapes across you.
Not the only thing that hardens.
After those two, the 4 Pumat Soul miniatures are going to step outside of the barrier, but they're going to keep their distance. And I am going to need Beck and Herschel to each make 2 strength saving throws. What did you get, Beck, on your 2 strength saves?
28 and 21.
You succeed both. Herschel fails the second one with a nat 1.
Damn.
And so he shouts as his ankle is twisted slightly as the earth beneath him turns hostile and starts to swallow him up to the shins, and he's struggling to pull himself out. After them, it is Hans.
What's going on?
I use my Ring of the Ram. Wait, am I within 60 feet of the wall?
No.
I move until I'm within 60 feet of the wall.
Okay.
And I use my Ring of the Ram. Because I don't think I have any other things that do force.
Okay. What does that do and how?
Plus 7 to hit 2d10 force.
Gotcha.
Do I need to roll to hit this?
The wall does technically have an AC, but it's an AC of 10.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Plus 7, so better than a 3.
Yeah. 3 and up and you're good.
Not by much. Rolled a 6.
Okay,
But-
well, you still hit.
And 2 10-sided die. That will be a 2 and a 6.
Gotcha, so that's 8 plus anything.
No, but the wall is pushed 5 feet away from me.
You watch as the bubble-like surface of the wall bows inward and ripples across the whole thing. Borim has to take a step back from the inside for a second. Okay, so you've done 8 force damage to it, which I will mark down. Anything else on your turn? You've moved a little bit.
It is an action to use that item. I can use my
Gotcha.
bonus to tell him to go and, I don't know, punch whichever. One of these bears was wounded, right?
Yes, correct.
Punches the wounded one.
Abraham rushes to a wounded bear. Do attack stuff.
That would have been a hit one way or the other. And it's not a lot of damage. I think it's D6 plus prof, I think.
Yeah.
5.
5
Minimum.
points of damage. Gotcha. Okay, so that's movement, action, bonus action. After you, it is the Hui Riders, who have been as freed as they can be for the moment, but they are going to deal damage to the bears and Chimera. Enough damage to kill one of the bears.
Nice.
So next round on the Way Riders' turns, they'll be able to do something against the wall. After that, it is Beck. You are currently blind. At the end of your turn, you'll make another save for that.
Is that the Goblin Ash?
Beck feels the orange layer like a little bit on his sword. He's like, ah! And then he, up above his head, brings up his sword and then just brings it down.
Numbers.
Sorry, plus 10. So 23.
That hits.
Awesome. That's 11 force and then some slashing that I'm not even going to bother with.
Correct.
I can't actually do any more force damage.
I have.
Okay, so that's up to, 19 now?
Yeah.
11 plus the 8.
I'm just going to fucking hit it again because Beck's just chopping away.
Can you hit the dude who punched you?
Oh shit, yeah, I turn around. And based off of where I just got hit, I'm like, ow. Oh.
Alright,
and then
disadvantage.
Disadvantage, that was 24.
Gotcha.
For the first one, I don't think I'll action search this. I can.
Okay.
Sorry, am I doing cold damage right now? Or should I just switch back to fire?
I think right now you're doing cold, but you can switch back to fire should you choose.
And it's all of the damage is cold? Or do we want to...
It was for that one attack.
For that one thing.
Now it's just Forge Fire's damage has been replaced by cold.
Alrighty, so that's going to be 10 slashing and 3 cold.
Gotcha.
And I'll go ahead and fucking action search, because why the fuck not? Natural 20. Natural 20.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
So that's disadvantage. 1 in 400 chance. I crit.
Hot damn.
So that's maximum damage plus the roll.
Yep.
So that's going to be 17 slashing plus 12 cold.
Okay, this guy's dead.
Oh, shit. Nice. Beck feels him fall under his blade. He's like, where's the next one? Oh, and then Beck turns like, get him, Herschel. Oh my god, inspiration.
On it!
And then Beck sort of meanders. Yeah, that's fine. Attack of opportunity. Back to the wall, feels his way.
He uses an action to get himself out of restrained.
Does the guy attacking Herschel get an attack of opportunity on me? So,
yes, he
range?
would.
Yeah.
Sorry. And you're still blind, so advantage.
And I'm going to make that save.
That's 19 to hit you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you take 10 points of bludgeoning.
Awesome. And then what type of save is it to be not blind?
This is a con save.
Pretty good. Plus 7. 21.
21, that is enough. You are no longer blind.
Ah, huzzah!
I have regained sight.
I can see again.
You are still within range of the wall. At the start of your next turn, you're going to have to make that save again.
That's fine.
So then it's Herschel uses an action to yoink himself out of the ground. He can't do anything with a bonus action, so he is going to patient defense. After Herschel, it is one of your allies, except for excluding Ranpram. So either Emori, Thal, or Aliz will emerge into combat from this side of the map here.
I feel like Alice is quicker, so it would make sense that Alice would appear first.
Yeah, but Alice is, taking their time in life.
Alice is just straight up drifting.
Alice is flying.
Yeah.
We could.
Yeah, T-pose just with a ring of multiple rings, fucking
We could
Ezekiel
roll.
style.
I mean, flying T-pose, give it a little bit Jesus.
If y'all want to roll initiative for it, I think that would be a fair way to do it. But if
We
y'all
reroll
wanted
our
to
initiative.
just decide, that's fine by me.
They look like blonde Jesus.
It's Emori.
This is just determining what order you guys
It's
arrive in.
Emori.
This is still at the end of the initiative order, just so you know.
Yeah, I rolled a natural 20.
Woo! Okay,
8.
gotcha.
Not a natural 12.
I'm rolling initiative.
Was it above 8? No,
Yes,
you're not.
It was 17.
17, gotcha. Okay, so it'll be Emori, then at the end of next round, it's Thal, and then Aliz.
Alice got ahead of everyone and took a wrong turn.
Fuck, I haven't been here in so long. Okay, so
Oh, they changed the sewers, dude.
Emori, you arrive from the bottom down here, and you have your full movement and action economy starting now. So do you do anything?
I move. and dash.
You sprint across the battlefield. You could see the other squadrons fighting in battle or turning their attention towards this prismatic wall. You can see Bek rubbing his eyes, looking down at a soldier he's just blindly butchered.
I am there, in the middle. Right in the middle of the map.
Smack dab in the center of everything.
Yeah. Do I have anything? It's a good question, myself.
Maybe you could throw a hammer, but that might be in your disadvantaged range. You definitely hit that bear.
70 feet.
There's the bear too.
Does anybody know off the top of their head what the range is for guiding bolt?
120.
Yeah, guiding bolts.
Ooh.
It's long. Yeah.
I have. Give me a second.
You have
120. I was right.
120.
Okay, I am going to smote the motherfucker that's right next to Herschel.
Okay.
Attempt to.
Gotcha. So yeah, you take aim at this conduit that has stepped out. 15 will hit.
Ah!
They're not that beefy.
They're not that beefy. No.
I killed one in one turn.
12 points of radiant damage. As you see from across the battlefield, kind of a light, pinky, radiant beam, choo, and then just ricochets off the side of this bitch.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say it hits the wall and ricochets into him.
Oh, that would be funny.
Yeah.
I miss, but it's still.
Yeah. Bek sees just a spark of light. Shit. Turns back. Oh, Emori, hey!
What's up?
You blow shit up?
No.
Okay.
Oh!
The conduit you've struck has this pink sort of aura about him, guiding people's strikes to him, literally. So that's your movement action. Any bonus shit you attempt?
Bonus action, activate my hammers into that sweet, sweet lightning.
Electricity begins coursing through the metal.
Oh,
Taste my lightning.
when her turn's done, can I do foible?
Yes, we forgot about foible. And I've decided just now, Alice and and Thal, sorry, not Hans. I always pair Hans and Thal together in my brain. Alice and Thal make an athletics check, and this will determine if you arrive at the start of your turn or the end of your turn, basically. 7. Damn.
Alice does not have a body.
Skill issue.
Can I do acrobatics?
But he does have a body yaddy yaddy.
That changes things.
That does change things.
No, you're right. I'll just do athletics.
You're sprinting down the streets.
Natural 20.
Natural
Wow.
20. Okay, so next round, Thal and Alice will both arrive, but Thal will take their turn, and Alice is going to have to wait. Gonna blue ball you since you're running 2 characters.
That's okay.
Oh no, you only get 1 character
Oh
this
no.
turn.
What are you, normal?
So I'm just gonna fill that out now.
That's an insult.
Foible it up.
Foible positions himself in between the 2 casters on Bek's half of the field and is going to chomp a crotch one of them. 23.
Yeah. Terranovas.
So that is going to be 10 points of radiant.
Gotcha.
So, sorry, slashing.
Gotcha.
And that's it.
After
He's got rabies.
Emori marks the end of this round with Thal and Alice about to arrive. We go to the top with Ranpram making an additional check as he's sneaky snacking through the sewers.
I'm a sneaky little snake.
Roll that sewer be real.
So this can be another stealth. We can have it be an investigation or a survival. I'll accept any of those.
I'll do an investigation because I'm looking for the things, like where to go and plant. Because in my head, I'm already so fucking sneaky. 21 again.
Woo! Okay. So you sneak your way in. You get back to the big vault door. And you can see it is open, and there are currently Centurions moving in and out. And you're able, with that stealth check, to slip past one of them, timing your footsteps with theirs, walking in their shadow. and or turning invisible. You have many abilities at your disposal. But
You dress up
I use the invisibility to sneak away.
That's true.
So I don't have it.
You dress up like a maintenance worker.
I put on a little mustache and I put a little badge on.
You have a DoorDash bag.
However, Akval isn't here. The construct, whom has at least twice displayed an ability to be able to detect you regardless of your stealth. However, currently you seem to be in the clear. These Centurions don't seem to have that same sort of stuff going on. And you're following the flow, and you're trying to make your way towards the center, towards the most important room. What exactly are you looking for here? The data repository, because there's rooms you've been in before, but you don't. There's more.
I'm trying to partly pinpoint from parts I know what's above that part of the sewer to where the center of the I assume the sewers because of the city is.
You okay. I think with that last check and then with the third one, I'll have you make next round. You can start making your way towards a larger portion of the complex that you remember seeing when you turned gaseous and were making your way out. I briefly described a no-clip kind of view of the map, which isn't how that spell works, but I like it. And so you have an idea of where the largest portion of activity, at least, of vacant space in this complex seems to be. So you start making your way that way.
Into the belly of the beast.
Into the belly of the beast, and with converted Centurions, every now and again a construct, though not of the same make and model as Akval, who clearly seems the most advanced or important. And you make your way through security checkpoints, through hallways. You see Centurions branching off to go into those sort of barracks rooms, which is basically just a bench that they sit at the end of and stare at a wall until it's time for them to do something, and they're called psionically to do so.
Powering down.
Exactly.
Disassociation.
It's very spoopy. But we're going to cut back to the battlefield. New music.
Batman. There you go. That's the sound.
From
Batman.
Batman. Womp womp.
Uh-oh.
Hunter's got up from seat.
That
He's
might
got a handful of
might
minis.
just be the Way Riders, or it could be the guys coming out of the dirt that we've.
Probably the dirt guys. It's probably the guys in the dirt. Hunter's got a slight little smirk.
God.
Oh my
You
goodness.
cock.
Fistfuls of mini getting placed.
Holy shit.
They're emerging inside of the prismatic dome.
Does that guy have? Oh no, that's
Jesus
just
Christ.
There are orcs.
dick?
There's orcs with saws, saw blades.
Are these Warhammer?
So these all come out not of necessarily the earth itself, but out of the mouth of the covered tunnel that is behind them between their two trebuchets. Same tunnel Pram was in.
Oh, that would have been bad.
So you would have come up on their other side.
I mean, that would have been neat.
Yeah. You could have assassinated, killed Boreem. That'd be fucking hilarious.
But that is the end of their
You could
turn.
have put a bomb in there.
Oh, man, we could have used the bomb.
Yeah, meta knowledge, do it.
Turn around. Now.
Run!
So yes, Boreem calls all of these minions out of the tunnel behind him, but that is the end of their turn, emerging and accepting this order, and he just kind of sits back and
I tell Boreem to
watches.
send him back.
They emerge.
This isn't what I ordered.
It is the one remaining conduit who is attacking Herschel. That's a crit.
Ooh, critical injury table for you, Hunter.
Yay!
Oh yeah, can I roll on the critical injury table for the guy I killed?
No.
No.
Critical injury.
I think we might keep critical injuries in this instance to PCs or Boreem.
Yeah.
Herschel has taken 28 points of bludgeoning damage from this crit. And he is going to roll on the injury table. That is a 14. He has a flesh wound. He gets extra damage dealt to him.
God, if he dies in this fight, it'll just be Emori.
I won't revive him.
Oh yeah, that's right. We can fucking just infinite heal people because we're high level now. That's awesome.
He takes an extra 8 bludgeoning, as it leaves a huge scrape of road burn across his face as he gets punched with rock.
Oh no, Herschel! Ooh, you'll be so hot. Oh no!
After the conduits
Oh no!
is the Terra Novas.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh my god. Who are going to... Emori, Herschel, Beck, and Hans are each going to get attacked. So Emori,
Bop.
dirty 20.
Meets pizza.
Beck, no, that's a 7.
Yay!
Herschel, that's a natural 1. Nope. And Hans. Gotcha. Nope, that's a 7 again.
So only me.
So only you. You watch as
The
all
one with the highest AC is the one that gets hit.
Yep.
as all of
Chance.
the Terra Novas do a sweeping movement in unison, and it almost triggers all of you at once to take an instinctive step to the side, except for Emori, who
I
just
got
arrived.
here. I'm like, hey, what's going on?
Yeah, she's never seen a wave attack.
No. Usually,
like,
I worry about the things that are above the ground.
They do an earthbender punch to the sky, and a pillar of stone is pulled, blasted upwards beneath you. Emori, you take 13 points of bludgeoning damage, and you're knocked prone.
Is it the same thing I
Okay.
did to that boulder earlier? Because I also did a pillar of stone
like
from
a-
the earth attack.
Similar movements, yes. Much
Okay.
smaller effect. It's a first level spell.
Because they're weak.
Yes, they're weaklings. After the Terra
14
Novas
weaklings.
is the minions, but they've all just arrived. Their turn is done for now. Hans!
Should I keep doing force damage, or should I use leveled spells?
I think do force damage.
Am I allowed to chime in?
Yeah.
I pull out my phone. I phone a friend.
Because we like
We're on a
contact each
conference
other
call
and,
right
like, force damage. However, we communicate that within like the terms of.
Okay. Because I can do considerable force damage in a turn.
Okay.
I can do like 3d8.
And
okay.
Thal will be acting starting this round. Alice has to wait.
I think I'll hit it with my
Yeah.
second charge of my Ring of the Ram.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna ram that boy.
Enormous spectral ram's head made of pure heat
And force.
and force. Not enough heat to produce fire for fire damage, but enough heat to produce a
So it's actually
force
like
you
A
can feel.
sick
Yeah,
burn.
it's plasma, so it's like building a force wall. Yeah.
Does a 25 hit the thing you've already told me has 10 AC?
Absolutely, it does. It's crazy.
It's crazy how the AC didn't change.
That would be fucked
You
up.
should really do Pathfinder.
One of the
crits.
layers has a 20 AC.
No, only when
it's
Garrett
the
attacks.
wind wall layer has 20 AC.
Only when Garrett attacks, it has a 20.
They can detect when a druid is attacking specifically.
They're like, nah.
I'm happy with the numbers I rolled.
What'd you get?
I got 13.
Ooh! On top of the, 19 we already had or whatever?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, no,
Getting
that
there.
was a real good
Chipping.
roll.
That's 30.
13 out of a possible 20.
Guys, the earth attacked me.
You're just
28.
imagining things.
Why? Because I'm a girl.
No, because magic doesn't exist.
28 points of force damage to this layer thus
Oh.
far.
No, that's how much it's at.
Oh, what? Oh, how much is that health-wise?
Yeah.
That's how much remains?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I've been tracking it like a character's health.
Okay, gotcha. So that is your thing. Are you bonus actioning Abraham to do anything?
I tell Abraham to just have a grand old time, really.
Okay.
And I guess punch this guy.
Gotcha.
Wait, no. Abraham's there,
Yes.
and I'm here.
Yes.
Uh,
It would seem so.
okay, I was going to teleport with Abraham if I needed to, but I don't need to, so
Okay.
I just walk there.
Gotcha.
But you
walk
can
over-
do damage when you teleport.
Yeah, right.
When you leave for
Oh.
the teleport, you do
Gotcha.
damage.
Then leave.
So you walk over.
Garrett
Garrett
took off
Headphones.
his headphones and got out of his chair. Oh, he opened. Okay.
Goodbye.
I hear his car starting.
Oh god.
He's
I didn't-
torn up the script and walked out.
Yeah.
He's calling me right now.
Now that he's gone, let's say nice things about him.
Yeah. You know, I really love Garrett. I think he's truly like
think
an
we
incredible
all love
artist.
Garrett.
I think we're all gonna miss him very much.
I'm
Nope,
so
just you two.
happy to have Garrett in my life. He really helped push me to go to school.
I kind of wish he was still here so I could tell him that I love him.
Yeah, but,
it's too bad
I just got a
he's gone,
message
though.
from the
Gone forever.
doctor.
Honestly, I don't think
He
we'll
got in
ever
a
see
wreck
him
and died.
again. Oh my god.
Damn.
Wait, is
Those
that
winter roads.
is that Garrett?
Oh my god, Garrett!
Back?
Garrett the ghost.
Garrett, why are
Holy
you
shit.
blonde now?
Are you doing a Gandalf?
I am Garrett the White.
And you cut your hair in a bob? What?
I think I can rock it.
He didn't agree to these script changes.
By the way, whoever is editing this episode, you're going to have to add the walking out, door closing,
Car crash.
gone.
1 hour, by the way.
Okay. So
Okay, Ring of Rammed. I tell him to go punch this guy. And I don't punch that guy because I don't have a punch on my bonus action.
but you walk over.
And then also he flies over next to me,
Gotcha.
and
He's flanking with foible.
So you just menacingly walk towards him.
yeah, and
Menacingly.
attack. Natural 1.
Damn.
Wait, advantage because flanking.
Flanking with foible. Go.
Natural 20.
Okay. So that's max damage, and then you roll again.
Max damage is a 6.
Okay.
So.
I imagine that Foible is the actual one doing the damage. He just starts biting.
4
This is
plus
foible getting
4. Do you add your
critical injury.
your
Modifiers just once.
okay?
Dice damage twice. Or, well,
Yeah,
dice
so-
damage maxed, and then
Total of 14.
14 total. Gotcha to the Terra Nova.
I imagine he's like trying to step back, and then there's just a little squishy thing there, and he goes, "Oh god!" And then he gets hit by the ram anyway.
He's got
He gets head to butt.
Were you
2
gonna,
animal companions latched onto him.
Were you gonna do a crit injury for those or no?
No.
No, just for the big boy.
Yeah.
Just
I
body.
just wanted to make sure.
After Hans, it is the Way Riders who have been freed up just enough.
How are the Chimera looking?
The Chimera are looking hurt. Each of them seem bloodied.
Cool.
You see a halfling man with a raven black buzz cut and face tattoos from Odyssey Squadron. His name is Banrick Bastard, and he turns and holds a hand up and is going to Eldritch Blast at the prismatic wall. And he deals. I rolled these at home. He deals 40 force damage.
Nice.
So
Oh shit. 40?
40. Yes.
Okay, so it explodes.
So
He
so
is
I didn't
all-
need to do anything.
He is all Eldritch Boy. So the next layer of the wall shatters, or pops rather,
Exposing its butt.
exposing the butt layer.
It's green butt layer.
Once that is done, Banrick turns towards the rest of his squadron, and they announce to Emori, who they see enter the field and then get thrown up into the air and onto the ground. They say, Roderick has called for us to go inside. There are hosts inside the city attacking the civilians. And that one squadron gets in their vehicle and turns to go rejoin the city.
We'll do our best here.
The rest are still here. Persephone says, I'm not going anywhere.
Oh,
Meow.
bitch. Heck yeah.
Then
Come on over here and heal me, please.
that was the Wayrider's turn. So they do enough damage to kill one of the Chimera.
Oh god, we're gonna get fucking swarmed.
Beck, it is you at the
Good
start of
stuff.
your turn, since you're within 20 feet of this wall. As a layer pops, it's a whole new or a different color of light blinding you.
God, I have a fucking migraine.
What's the radius on
Close
the
your
blind?
20 feet.
How does Herschel get blind?
Am I?
Yes. Yeah, that's 20.
I think you
You
are
might just be
within 20.
passing
yeah.
most of
If
the
I'm
time.
here,
Yes. 5,
From-
10. It's 20.
It's
I
20.
close my eyes.
At the start of your next turn, you'll have to do it. Because you walked into it. 15 is a failure.
Yeah.
I will double check.
Get,
Yeah.
get fucked and blinded.
Wait.
Oh, good
do
fuck
the
later.
do the stupid heads
Yeah,
who are
that's a
casting
failure.
spells have to make their
No, they do
blinding
not.
saves? Are they wearing sunglasses?
None of the hosts have to make these saves, and they are not wearing sunglasses. This is
The
just how
racial
this spell
thing.
works. It's
I-
an incredible spell.
I hold them up in front of me to block the light.
Beck turns around and just yells, "We need pass wall or some kind of wall-based teleportation spell." And he uses a big projecting voice. And
like
then
Coach Boomer from Sky High.
yeah, and then he's sort of like, I'm gonna.
I was about to say you could see something, but you're blind.
Yeah.
I have pass wall.
You do?
Yeah, because I got my staff upgrade. But yeah.
Incredible.
I forgot.
Oh hell yeah! Are you gonna end up on the inside though?
I don't know.
Or does it just go through?
Evan
layer?
is currently rolling to blindly, randomly determine the direction that Beck is stumbling through the battlefield.
That's my movement.
Gotcha.
And then Beck starts like swinging his sword, or he's like, "Where are you? I know you're here."
Are you Inigo Montoya? Are you like spirit of my father, guide my sword?
And then Beck's gonna give
Yeah.
inspiration. I think I actually have a range of 60 on that. Oh, over to Hans. He's like, Hans, keep doing your ram thing. It's great. I like it.
I'm proficient at ramming.
You have a D6 inspiration. That's Beck's turn.
Hell yes.
Thank you.
Herschel also fails his con save and is blind.
Ah!
But he's within 5 feet, so he's going to make some blind attack rolls. Miss. That's 2 nat 1s.
Oh wow!
And then he's going to bonus action pop a potion and heal himself.
1 in 400, baby.
Okay, that's Herschel's turn. And I think he's just going to try to move away from the wall and potentially tank a attack of opportunity. He's blind, attacks of advantage against him. That's a 3 and a 5.
Nice.
Damn.
For a total of not high enough.
And where's he going?
He's going just straight back towards Feori a little bit, making, about there.
35?
Yeah, that's good. Because he's got more movement.
Stumbling. Yeah.
And after Herschel, it is Emori.
I love Herschel and I just stumbling around.
I get that. I want to say, Beck, turn around and take 2 paces forward. I'm gonna move forward. I'm just gonna use my action to move again.
Okay.
And I am gonna drink my other potion, actually.
Oop.
And that'll be my turn.
Glug.
So yes, you start dashing, getting further into combat after being chucked on the ground. Your eyes are squinting more and more as you're getting closer and closer to the prismatic wall. After you, it is Thalminar.
Yeah, it is. Can I choose anywhere?
Yeah.
I know that the wall is down. I don't have any teleportation spells besides Dimension Door, so I can't really help with the wall right now.
Gotcha.
So I'm gonna try and fight this bear.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull out my Gambler's Blade, and I'm just gonna rush into the bear.
Hey bear, you play poker? Stab.
And do I get 2 attacks if I make a full, if I use a full or an action and a bonus action, or is that 2? Since I have my rapier.
Oh, are you dual wielding right now?
Yeah, can I?
If you're dual wielding, you can do an action attack and then a bonus action offhand, but the offhand has some penalties to it unless you have.
You don't add your
defeat.
proficiency.
You don't
Yeah,
add
that's
your
correct.
proficiency. Yeah,
Okay,
you don't
I'm gonna
have
do that.
Okay.
My first attack is an 18,
That is enough to hit.
and my second attack is a 21.
Oh.
That is a hit as
I
well.
rolled pretty high.
You may just kill this thing.
That's gonna be 13 plus 5, so that's 18.
18. This thing dies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I killed a bear.
Now we
that's-
get one more
just, like-
Wayrider.
I
Yes.
charge into it with both my swords and just impale it.
You withdraw them, and the bear, the inner fire within seems to go out, and smoke escapes out of this thing's nostrils, and it collapses to the ground. Alice arrives, and his turn ends immediately. Then we go back to Ranpram.
Whoa.
Music change.
Oh, saw, dude.
You are sneaking your way through the Illithid complex, avoiding anything that looks more complicated than your average converted centurion that you've already come across, just in case it has that intellect sense type dealio. I'm going to open the Illithid complex thingy, and we're going to kind of roll to see where you end up going while looking for the like center mass of this place. Not just this place, but also where it rests beneath the city above as well. So I will have you make insight, investigation, or arcana to try to find your way to like the most important room.
Oh, I do have. Okay, it will be investigation.
Nah. Illithid would call something stupid. It'd be like the evacuation room or something.
26.
Ooh, goddamn. Okay. So, yes, you make your way farther than you've been in before. You get through. You get to like the security checkpoint, which is familiar to you. You make your way to. You see the data repository where you found Herschel's memories, and you begin moving deeper. You go past some kind of hibernation depot, where you see pods, like pustules or blisters or tumors growing out of the walls themselves, but with machinery built around them. And there is the like silhouettes of humanoid masses inside of the pods themselves. And these are in separate rooms as you're walking down a hallway. You eventually get to a door with a plaque above it that I don't believe you can read, either abyssal or primordial.
Oh, wait.
If you know either of those.
I think you know primordial.
I do not. I had a lot of languages, and we were playing
Pathfinder.
That's right.
Because they give you a lot more.
Yeah.
So I lost a lot of that jazz.
And all that
Oh,
jazz.
phooey.
Yeah, I don't think honestly, I don't throw shit.
Well, you'd know at least Common, Gnomish, probably Sylvan.
Yeah.
And then I'd give you, I mean, you probably get shit based off your backs. Your
I know
origin.
Draconic, I think, is my extra one.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
I used to know, like, Abyssal, Celestial, and, like, something else.
So I'll say, you can give me a history check to try to decipher what the plaque above the door says, based off of like Thal's translations from last time. Okay. But aside from that, then you'll be going in blind, basically.
What language is it?
Either
I'll
abyssal
try
or
history.
primordial.
Okay.
I'll just hit a history check and see. That's not too bad.
The obelisks, are those celestial or primordial?
I think those were primordial.
Okay.
I got a 17.
Gotcha.
I remember in Pram's background episode they were doing like translations and stuff with those obelisks, and I'm trying to remember if it was him or one of the NPCs that did it.
Yes, those were different
Yeah.
people's records of history from the same time period.
Yeah. I was just trying to throw in
17. You get the word like deck, deck as in the main area of a ship. You think that this is where...
Because it is a ship. I know it's a ship. So I'm like,
Yes, you've heard by now that at least a portion of this complex is ship, and the rest is like carved into the tunnel like a hive. Yeah, you get deck, but you're not sure what the first part of the thing is supposed to be. It's charades, and it's 2 words. You get the second one.
Is the door is it closed?
It's closed. It would require a psionic opening, nothing you haven't done before. So I think I'm going to allow you to be able to just do it, to just open the door, but it's up to you, like how you enter this room. Are you pretending to be like converted? Are you being as sneaky as possible? Trying to remain completely unseen, you know?
Yeah, I am trying to, because I don't know what's over there, so I am cautious, to say the least.
Okay, gotcha. So you're like, open slowly. You think to the door, and it
Just a crack.
opens wide enough for you to hop through, and then closes behind you. You see a large chamber full of what look like alien control panels and interfaces attached to chittering machines with beating hearts and pumping lungs. There are blinking indicator lights next to dials and switches, alongside completely aberrant interfaces that look like tubs full of gelatin or fungus-like tendrils sprouting from the machinery itself, and it seems to hum and glow with inner light. Despite its strange nature, you can recognize individual sort of workstations and consoles lining the walls, with seats in front of them. The entire south wall of this chamber
has an enormous window or screen made of a clouded quartz and silver. It appears dark. All of this is surrounding some kind of standing throne in the center of the room with supports and padding as well as clamps that would lock someone into sort of leaning, inclined position. Some kind of apparatus is attached to the top, which reminds you of the helmets in the conversion chamber. It's covered in glyphs and gemstones and strange suction cup-like nodes. And it's all connected to tiny wires that form a thick cable that runs into the floor. And that cable has protective metal casing that looks like the individual vertebra of a spinal column that just connects downwards into the ground. There are 4 doors from this chamber leading out to other ones, all with plaques describing things that you can't read. But you're using your good roll and strong sense of direction to try to find the most important way, which you think is beneath you.
You think anything more important than this area is going to be under where you're standing. It's just a matter of finding the stairs. Which we're going to do at next round. Back on the front lines. We begin with Borim pointing his finger and commanding the rest of his minions to move, which they'll do on their turn.
And saying, smell my finger.
The one remaining conduit is going to turn towards the 3 enemies in front of him.
How about no?
He takes a step forward and he's going to get Bek and Emori in a power burst. So it's a 15-foot cone. I'm going to need both of you to make a dexterity saving throw. Bek, you are blind currently, so you're making this at disadvantage.
And I made him face.
I rolled a 3 and I was like, well, that's a failure. Then I rolled a 2 and I was like, oh.
Oh, well, it can get worse.
22.
Goddamn. Okay, you succeed.
2.
We'll put this down on the map in a way that encompasses both of you from where you're standing. He would have moved to do that.
Yeah.
Because that area specifically is difficult terrain. Failing the save, you take damage. Bless you.
Thanks.
That's 10 points of bludgeoning damage to those who failed. 5 points for those who succeed.
Okay.
And those who fail are pushed 10 feet away.
Prone?
No.
Wait,
just-
is it away from this guy?
Ride the
Yeah.
wave.
Yeah, he does a big repulse, and the ground around him
Ooh.
laps up and downward.
I'm gonna take a well, actually, no, I'm not.
10 damage, you said?
Correct. After the conduit, it is the Terra Novas, who are going to start punching at the all of the small creatures that have surrounded it. I'm going to need Herschel, Emori, Foible, Hans, and Abraham to make strength saves.
I don't want to.
Well, too bad.
I'm not. I have very little strength to my name.
23.
That's your
Put it to
strength my
good
name.
use.
Success.
Foible got 13.
13 is a
Come
meets
on,
and beats
Garrett.
it. That's a
Adrenaline.
success.
All right, let's see if I can roll a 13.
Can you beat a possum?
That's impossible.
That's
Emergence
Impossible.
asks the important questions.
That it rocked over the 20 twice and then rolled onto the 2.
Oof.
I failed.
Okay. So you are restrained.
You're just sitting there like,
Let me make sure I'm getting this right. Oh no, you're just knocked prone. This one is quake, not sinkhole.
Oh, I fell back
Oh.
1 square.
So those
That's
that-
crazy. I'm no longer in the blind.
So those that fail are knocked prone. Those that succeed are just fine. How did Abraham do? Abraham fine?
Oh,
Unless he's flying.
he's flying.
Cool.
I don't know if he's got legs. I think they're
He's
kind
just sort of a drifting spirit. That's fine by me.
Yeah, at
Um,
least that's how I've imagined him.
You said a goat's kind of goat lizardy head on a serpentine kind of body
It's
floating
like
around.
almost Chimera, but without all the different heads. It's just the one. Anyway, so that happens.
A
It-
normal Mira.
It's a normal Mira. So, Hans, this attack against you is at advantage. That's a natural 20.
Owie. Did I take any
Crit.
damage from the getting knocked prone thing?
No. It's just knocking prone. That is a crit. 16, 17, 18, 19, plus another 10, so that's 29 magical bludgeoning damage. Goddamn.
Injury. 29.
And we're going to have you roll for an injury.
And a whirlwind.
So roll a d20.
Ooh, big money. What'd I roll?
It's a 3.
3. Broken fingers.
Ow! My fingers. My somatic components.
Exactly. If you're casting a spell that has somatic components, we're going to roll a percentile and see if it fails.
Okay.
But just because it's been a while since we've done this. When you go to heal, you can either regain it as hit points or fix that critical injury.
Okay.
And then Beck and Emori are also going to suffer these pillar attacks once more.
No.
Beck, are you blind right now?
Yeah.
Nope. Well, maybe 17?
No.
Okay. Emori, that is also a 17.
Nope.
Okay. So these pillars are lurching up out of the ground. But
I know to dodge this time.
Yeah, you feel the little tremors beneath your feet. You're able to get out of the way.
Oh, yeah.
After them, it is all the minions.
Oh.
They are all just going to move 30 feet forward and swarm. And I'm sorry, Foible is getting attacked, and I think is the only target that they can reach. Yeah, so Foible's getting attacked by 7 of them.
And what is the description of these minions again? Are they kind of accurate to the board? A bunch of orky dudes?
Yes, mostly accurate to the board. Orky dudes, less specialized, more salvaged equipment. The people you were fighting first had like the good shit in terms of gear, but it seemed
So here we're fighting the women and the children.
Yes, exactly. So the Force Callers, as they're called, come out and begin swarming the battlefield. However, the only thing they can really reach right now is Foible and maybe Abraham, but they're going for Foible first.
So yeah, Foible is standing in between 2 Terra Novas and 5 of these bitches. There's one empty space for Foible to move to.
One tile available. Though they are small, correct? And
Yeah.
if you're small, you can take the...
You said 5 of these new guys are within range of this dude,
Yes.
right? Okay, so they are flanking.
Actually, no. That one couldn't get there.
18 to hit Foible.
Yes.
Foible takes 5 force damage, and because there's 5 of them. And Abraham also takes 5 force damage because he's within 10 feet of them.
Foible's sitting there, like, sort of screwing around in circles. One of them clips Foible, and just... But Foible's still up. Foible's so fucking beefy.
Foible is very strong.
It's ridiculous.
After them,
He's just a possum.
it is Hans.
Hans
Sorry,
Offen.
I'm figuring out what Abraham's health pool is. 60, yes. 60 plus 5 is 65 total health, and it took 6 damage, you said?
5 damage, because there were 5 dudes attacking. So yes, and you've been knocked prone. Abraham has just suffered some damage.
I suppose I will spend half my movement to...
My back!
Orbital strike these motherfuckers.
Yeah, I already used that.
You use a smaller one.
Smaller orbital strike.
How much damage you do with your teleport?
Oh! This guy's teleport?
Yeah.
That's a good thought.
It is everything within 5 feet. It has to do with Dex, I believe.
20-foot cube for erupting Earth.
Okay.
That's all of them. On that side.
But instead, I can't consistently use my singular cast of Pass Wall because my fingers hurt.
Because there's a 25% chance that it'll fizzle.
Do I send it or do
Send
I?
it.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Or you can drink a potion as your bonus action.
But the teleport.
This
This is true. A potion would fix it, though.
Could he share a space with Foible since he's flying?
Yes.
And then load
Yeah.
in the center?
And then does
Oh my god.
fiery teleport.
Can he
is
take?
Foible willing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotta be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Foible just like wraps it onto the underbelly.
So, imagery-wise, I would say this is Abraham like shooting up and doing like a little loop-de-loop and then diving down into the center of this group. And then it's yeah.
As if to strike and eat foible.
Is that a
Like-
saving throw for them?
Yeah, dexterity.
Gotcha. Okay,
Jesus
so
Christ.
all the minions are going to make a dex save at once.
Fiery teleportation. Each creature within 5 feet of the space the spirit left must succeed on a dex.
And they
So-
get
Against my spell save DC.
they get a bonus to this save equal to the amount of them in that group. So there's
brutal.
5.
Oh,
Gross.
no.
So there's 5 and then 2 terraformers.
That's plus their dex, which is nothing. So that's 12. Okay, these are minions, so they only need a minimum of 1 damage.
1d6 plus perfect.
Okay, so, and it says specifically, so these are like orcs. They would have relentless endurance. When they would be reduced to 0 hit points, they aren't incapacitated. Instead, they would deal a force damage and wake back up. But if they take damage from an attack or as a result of a failed saving throw specifically, their hit points are just reduced to 0.
Oh,
Dang! Okay.
So you have wiped those 5 minions specifically. The Pumats stay behind.
And-
I'm going to roll separate from them.
1d6. Oh, I guess.
Nice.
Okay,
They
so
would be taking this damage.
if
they
it does
fail.
hit them, it's doing max.
One of them failed, so it's doing max to
So 10.
10. Gotcha. Okay. So of the Terra Novas, that is one of them dead.
Oh, cuck.
Oh, cuck.
Oh, also, all of those things that have died, everything that's died so far.
There's a big clump of 6 healing orbs.
There's when a small or larger creature dies within 30 feet of you or my spirit, I get a spectral flame that heals 2d10 or does 2d10.
Fuck.
And
So
that's-
there's 1, 2, 3, 4, about 10, about 10.
There was 9 goblins total. So yes, there's a lot.
So wait, you just have a bunch of like orbs chilling.
This is Pac-Man time.
Something like that.
If you want specifics,
Yeah.
9, then 4, then 6.
And I believe I can
So
extinguish...
19. And it's a bonus action to do that or a reaction.
Oh, I can extinguish the flame. The flames always appear, but I can only extinguish them for the healing up to my proficiency bonus.
Okay.
So there's a lot of, like, spectral flames.
But once like 3 of them go,
Yeah, but I can only heal 4 people.
Gotcha.
But that's still 8d10 healing.
okay, yeah. So and you have to be touching them, right?
Yep, if you touch over it, I can use my reaction to...
Okay. So yeah, just that entire right side of the battlefield
Yeah.
over there, up in the corner of the map.
Could
There's a
that
bunch of orbs.
healing...
If you spend a bonus action or a reaction when you step over it, yes, you can heal. And instead of regaining hit points, you fix your fingers. You feel them.
I mean, I still have half my movement, and
And an
I
action.
have not used my reaction. Actually, do you know what? I think that I will commit to moving into that because it feels right.
Gotcha.
So I step up to the wall. The bright light is like glaring at me, and I absorb the flames from the souls I just extinguished, and my fingers feel a little bit better.
Yes.
Uh,
you hear them pop real quick against your staff
Yeah,
as you
I-
hold it out.
I flex my,
Yeah.
warm up my hands. I pull out the shiny new gemstone attached to the end of my staff, and think wizardy thoughts.
By
and
the
cast-
eye of Agamotto.
Pass wall on the barrier.
Fuck yeah.
I shall pass.
Hold out the end of the staff, which has a pointed ivory claw, and it pierces part of this layer. And as you cast the spell, this circle for pass wall begins to extend outward until it struggles to form like the perfect rectangle that the spell's area calls for. And then the entirety of that layer seems to shatter and then crack and disappear. Another layer down. After Hans, it is the Wayriders. What layer are we on?
Fire.
Fire. This can be done.
The fire guy won't do
This
the fire.
can be done.
Dude, if I get robbed for fire, I've done a lot of actions with my turns.
Lady Kanan a tiefling woman with silver hair and some kind of complicated scroll for a spell book from Chronicle Squadron.
Alrighty, making fan art now.
This is from the entirely hot lady squadron I was telling you about.
Yeah.
So yes, massive jugs, Garrett. She turns and is very quick to do a flame strike.
She just hears fire.
She like snaps an incest. She snaps an incense stick in her hand, and then either side burns quickly as this huge ray of fire strikes downward from the sky and shatters this layer.
Can I judge her form on the flame strike?
Yes.
That's like my thing.
Yes, you can see it's very practiced.
Okay.
It's too rigid. Like technically this is a flame strike, but there's no artistry to it.
I mean,
it's like she read it out of the book.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She's very flashy about being able to do it, but
like
feat
that's
itself.
the thing. It's like we all got to start somewhere.
As
and
far as
practicing the fundamentals. Of
As far as
burning-
flame strikes go, it's not nothing to write home about. Okay. And what's the next layer after that? You have freed up more than one Wayrider this turn.
Was that 25?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Sorry, most of these I did roll for. Almost all of them are just immediate successes.
Bright light.
Bright light. Who is freed up? Last person. Banrick already went. Lady Kanan already went. That leaves Fortea of Legacy Squadron can cast Daylight on the prismatic wall.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Fortea,
boy.
my main bitch.
If I
She-
hadn't used daylight to free them,
Right.
I would have daylight to use.
She hops out of the giant ballista on the top of the can, their Landau, and holds a hand outward as her palm streaks with bright light as she casts Daylight. This layer of the wall pops. That is all of the Wayriders I had written down.
You go, girl.
So all of the squadrons leave to follow Roderick's orders for the hobgoblins, the lizard folk, and more orcs that are inside the city still.
Including Elegy?
Including Elegy, except for Persephone.
Just Persephone.
Persephone
Yeah,
sticks
she's-
behind.
Where's she at?
She is.
Yeah, we might as well have a mini for her now.
She would be farther on the board. I think putting her on this side, like she was fighting some of the blaze bears, which are now gone. Yeah, right there's perfect. There's just one issue now. All the Wayriders are gone, and there is still a Chimera. It is
fine.
It is its turn.
It's gonna bite me because it's literally fucking right there.
It's gonna turn
bite
around
you
and
in the
bite you because
ass.
you're literally
Nice.
right there.
I hear something. There's a Bigfoot paw steps.
Behind you.
Is that Bigfoot?
Dad?
So it is going to reach out with its goat head and try to bite into your chainmail. First attack. That's a 24.
Yeah.
You take
It's a lot of damage.
10 piercing damage. Next attack
You keep hitting me with 10s.
is the lion. Oh, it's nice round numbers. Is the lion's toss as you feel the lion head's fangs sink into your thigh, and it tries to just throw you. Ooh, okay, that is 17.
No.
No, okay, so that is you take no damage, but I do need a dex save.
So is that disadvantage?
No, you're not technically grappled.
Did they have advantage on me? I'm blind.
Oh, you're blind.
oh!
I'll roll one more time for that attack.
Oh, boy.
That's another 24. That's a 17 plus 7.
Okay.
I do still need the strength save, but you take damage also.
Fail.
That is...
Unless 13.
13 is not enough.
I do have a +9 to strength saves.
You take another 10 piercing damage,
All right.
and you are thrown 20 feet towards... If you land like right between Emori and Herschel, that'd be perfect.
Oh, cool.
And
Neither
then,
of them catches you.
And then for its third and final attack, its dragon's head is going to spit fire in a 10-foot radius sphere in that exact spot. So I need Herschel and Emori and Beck to make
Dex.
dexterity saving throws.
Dude, that guy fucking comboed you.
Ow!
Herschel succeeds. 14 meets it, beats it.
Oh.
4?
4.
Yeah. I think that beats it.
I'm gonna roll digitally. Forgive me if it makes a noise. I want to see though. It's half damage on a success.
No sound. I turn that setting off. That is 34 points of fire damage.
Oh my god.
Half as much on a success, so 17.
This boy is on fire.
Is it too late to try using? No, I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna regret saving it, but
Okay.
Or
You do you, babe. Chimera done. Beck, you. Con save for your blindness.
is that the
That's at the end of your turn.
Yeah.
Yes, I just remembered.
stands up?
Beck is getting tousled around.
Which way?
Herschel turns your shoulders and
Herschel's
pushes
also
you.
blind.
Just hold on to my shoulder,
It's the
Beck.
blind guiding the blind.
Oh.
Ayo.
It's your turn. Okay. Yeah. I say turn around and like reach my hand out to grab you,
Garrett, why do you hate
and I
me?
guide you in front of me.
Gotcha.
Swing.
That guy.
Send me. I hear a bunch of guys together. Send me at them.
You want that? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. I direct you, and I say go straight.
Ah.
Gotcha,
And I'm
yeah.
just gonna run my full 30. So.
I think that'll do it.
Oh wait, no, because I had to stand up. This is where I get.
Okay.
That's fine. Close your eyes, Emori.
I close.
And then Beck. It's the finale.
Toots
We
out
could
of
do fun
sand.
things. Like flexes so hard, his tabard rips off and his chainmail like bulges, and then 2 pillars of sand erupt out of his back. Everything within 10 feet of me. Okay, so you're fine actually. Needs to make a Chaw save. I didn't write it down, but I'm pretty sure it's a Chaw save.
Okay. So
It's coarse and it guts everywhere.
That's just 3 of the.
3 and maybe that guy.
No, that guy's 15.
okay.
So it's just 3
that's-
of the
3
minions.
minions.
Okay. Gotcha.
You also have the calm emotions crown.
Fuck. Oh well.
You could,
I think is
befriend
that an
them.
action,
They're
or-
friends.
Yeah. You do
Um,
have the calm emotions.
They
crown.
only got 12.
Yeah, no. Cool. So yeah, they're frightened of me.
You hear Kerubiel whisper into your ear as you unleash this power.
Enjoy it while it lasts, pretty boy.
You think I'm pretty?
He's such a cunt.
Suck me off.
You say
can
out
put the sound
loud in
effects
front
on
of
that one?
Your pants are
That's
pulled
why
down.
they're scared.
Remember,
a blind
Candor,
man walks
I'm a
towards you.
material girl.
Jesus.
I'm going to make that, and it's going to be like a lo-fi, like chill, cruiser style. I'm going to second wind.
Gotcha.
The end. Oh, and then now foible.
He has magic rabies.
Foible. Comes over there.
Gotcha.
and
Attacks a Terra Nova.
bites. It has advantage.
Link that Terra Nova.
Oh, it's a caster. 6 plus 7 is 12. 13.
13 total? No.
Okay.
Not enough.
That's Foible's turn.
Get a mouthful of robes, and you're currently swinging around in circles. Blitz! After Beck, it is Herschel, who is blind. Shit! Finds his way.
Follow my voice.
Herschel over here.
Finds his way to Emori. Where do you point to Emori?
Hey, Herschel.
Eh.
Attack in front of you.
He swings. That dude was hit with a guiding bolt, so even though he's blind, this roll is straight.
Oh, yeah, has nobody tried to hit him since
Nobody's hit him since then. Damn. 18 plus 7. That's a hit on the first attack at least.
I'm standing there. You go, Herschel. Holding his shoulders.
Second attack is at disadvantage. Miss. Fuck it. Bonus action. Flurry of blows.
Just blind, yeah.
Natural 1.
Oh.
14 is enough.
Oh.
So he actually gets 2 hits off.
Nice.
Herschel, blinded with the divine guidance of Emori's bright pink guiding energy, manages to down this conduit. It is dead.
I failed my blindness save, by the way.
Damn. Herschel's gonna
You've been
succeed
blinded
his.
for like all of this fight, dude. You're doing stuff.
Beck's gonna have some permanent scarring around his eyes after this.
Emori,
Yes.
you
that
are
is
up.
it.
Val, you're on deck.
And then Alice.
Okay, well, it
And
looks
then
like
ours.
there's
Oh,
a
shit.
lot of minions over there. What is that one guy, also minion?
Yes. Yeah.
Those
So
are minions.
there's these 2 casters, this caster, the rest are all the same
I'm
thing.
gonna
and
head
this
to
is
the
boring.
Chimera.
Oh, and the Chimera. I forgot about that one.
And the Chimera. Yeah, everything that's not a Pumat Soul miniature up there is a minion or Borim or the Chimera.
I am so ready. Okay, I am going to attack Chimera. First attack, 23.
Yep.
Second attack, 23.
Yep.
1 in 400.
Third attack, 12.
Almost a crit.
That one misses, and it's going to use a reaction.
Okay. Well, let me roll the damage. Ooh, nice.
Rolling our
That's
special giveaway
6.
dice.
Yeah, the giveaway dice. They're serving me well tonight. They did not on stream on Sunday, but that's fine.
It's fine.
That's fine. So.
They're gonna be someone else's problem soon.
Don't worry, we'll milk all the nat 20s out of them before we hand them off.
We're just getting rid of the bad rolls. Don't worry about it.
38 points of damage.
Woo!
Some of that is lightning. Do you need it distinct? Okay.
It's so
Nice.
fun being at a
Um,
combat that you have no part of. You're just like, ooh, what's going on?
After the first 2 strikes, which do a decent portion of damage to it, its ram's head does a sweeping movement and manages to glance your hammer off of its horns, and then it just and headbutts you, and I need you to make a strength save.
Easy peasy. Please don't. Fuck. 12.
12, that is not enough.
Damn.
You are knocked prone.
Gah! That's
Easy
all.
peasy
That's all that
starts
happens,
rolling.
though,
Please
is you're just
don't.
knocked prone.
Easy peasy. I slash. Gah!
How far
That's
did you
fine.
move to get here?
I was right here at 5, 10, 15, 20.
You can't
25.
stand up.
That's fine.
Anything else on your turn? That was 3 attacks.
That was it.
Gotcha. After Emori, it is Thal.
Is there only one more layer?
There's the moon layer and
Nope,
then
just
the
a spell.
discast. Just a spell?
Just
a
Oh,
spell.
yeah,
that's
the
right.
sunlight happened.
Do you have Dispel Magic?
I do.
Oh!
I'm gonna
Are we
bonus
going to be
action
fighting
Misty
the
Step.
boss?
Gotcha.
The
Misty
real
Step.
boss?
I'm currently next to
Sup.
Persephone.
I say sup, and then I move on.
I don't know you.
I'm the savior of Feori.
Persephone blushes. I don't know.
Blood
Oh.
explodes out of her head.
Shit, sorry.
Anime nosebleed. Just
Yep.
I like run to the center of the battlefield, and there's arrows flying past my head, and I'm panting, and I notice there's only one layer left, and I hold up my rod of my warlock
you gotta
rod,
keep that in your pants.
and I cast Dispel Magic at 5th level.
Woo! Okay. You thrust. You thrust your rod outward, and
Rod of the Pact Keeper.
you feel the dealer's presence.
A guiding hand.
Is he
with
holding
sa-
my rod with me?
He's guiding your hand.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he says, "You don't often come across magic older than me." And then you see, with like great mental struggle from you, the visual from your point of view is a silvery hand, like a silvery white glove attached to nothing, approaches the bubble and pokes it, and the final layer bursts. The bubble itself becomes not but like blobs of arcane energy in various colors, like a firework just kind of popped and exploded and is glittering through the air. And you see Borim looking up and around, and he sort of nods, impressed to himself,
Oh, hi, Borim. I say from the ground.
and seems to ready himself for battle. We've got that was a bonus action and action from Thal. Do you move at all, or do you
I
stay?
do everything.
Gotcha.
that I can.
After you is Aliz. Finally his turn.
You got a lot of distance to cover.
And then we're likely going to cut the episode after.
Cut to like a plane between planes, and there's just Carubiel over Beck's shoulder and the dealer over Thal's shoulder, and they're passing a joint back and forth.
They're like, hey, sup? Yeah, I don't know. You had a guy over
It's
Oh,
a
damn it.
celestial weed.
Hold on, I'm
Hell
stupid.
yeah.
I didn't
Is the
write down.
gambler also? Are they gambling on this? Is that big?
We'll see.
I mean, technically, yes, because if Thal dies, the dealer loses a bet.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay, so
He's
to
always
add to the
gambling.
deities overwatching our event.
yeah, there's a game.
Move Alice 100 feet forward. Bonus action, Step of the Wind.
I think that's going to be right up to Boreum unless you're stopping anywhere else.
Did we give an AoE to that key thing? Oh, wait, was it just like Mass Cure Wounds?
Oh,
AoE,
I
or-
believe so, yes.
That hits all of the allies. Wait. Emori's.
Yeah, we could say you move there and it doesn't step into people's threatened space. Oh, but it might leave Hans out.
Who's got his...
Yeah,
wounds?
it's either Emori or Hans.
Well, I've taken 60 points of damage, if that helps.
I've taken 30.
And you have healing orbs around you. And Alice is going to prioritize...
The person he knows.
yeah.
My fingers look healthy, so you shouldn't be worried about me.
And then Alice is like,
Some nice fingers.
hey guys, sorry I'm late. I feel my time fading. And then like stops. All of their hands make different like. No, they just bring all their fists together. They're all just like tied together, and you can tell there's like a strain as they're bringing their fists together, and then they finally all connect, and they just explode. And a hand slaps all of the allies within range, punches you in different chakras that you can choose, and I have 7 key points left.
Okay.
And we said a martial art die for each of them.
Yes.
Kick ass.
And then I think...
Do the currently summoned familiars? They're 5 feet closer than me, and I was just outside of range.
if you have enough to target them, yeah.
Is it so 1 die per, or is it?
I can't remember if we decided it was like a pool that you're sharing, or if it's everyone gets the same heal. Because that's how mass cure wounds.
I was
stuff
thinking more
works.
mass cure wounds, but up to you.
I'll limit it to 6 targets total.
6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah,
How's it looking there, boss?
39
Healed?
healed.
Everyone?
Yep. And then Alice is gone.
Yeah, Alice disappears into golden light.
A bunch of hands go shooting out into the distance.
Yeah, when you blink, there are after images of different.
It's really cool with like also the wall breaking, so it's all glittery, and then another.
Some major moves.
What a way to go.
After
One of the hands flies past
Borim.
Borim and slaps him on the way out.
Punches Borim in the cock.
It just like goes up to him.
I roll damage now.
After this is done,
Thanks for letting me do a cool thing. I love you.
oh, absolutely. After this is done, the wall has dropped. Borim surveys the battlefield. Many of his servants are dead, but there are several still left. And he cracks his neck, and you hear a sound like grinding metal. And he says, "At long last into the fray." And he swipes an arm sideways, and you see the metal of the arm itself almost seems to uncoil and form a long blade as he steps forward with joy on his face.
Kick ass.
And that's where we're going to end this episode.
I'm scared of this boss. I don't know. I'm just getting vibes.
I'm getting flashbacks from my first campaign that I played in where I died to a golem and this fist was made of a blade.
But the sword-handed silt monsters didn't scare you?
No.
Thank you all for listening to what is
Thank
likely a
you.
2-parter or just one really long episode. We're going to catch y'all on the flip side when we wrap up this siege and potentially the season. Make sure you check out the proper URLs, which are in our show notes, but I'll make Chenoa say now for our giveaway dice.
Giveaway dice. You're going to go to our socials, which is on Blue Sky, Instagram, or Threads, and enter in to receive these wonderful, like, liquid core dice. Also, join our Discord and our Patreon for fun.
For fun.
Yeah. We'll be active on Discord.
If you are, we will.
If someone joins, we'll
do it.
We'll yell at you. We have fans in there. We should actually probably start doing more in there. Right now, she knows. Anyways, cut this out.
Anyway, thanks.
I love everyone in our audience. Genuinely, there's not a lot of you, and I love all of you. I'll high five you.
I'll do it.
I'm personally ambivalent about everyone in our audience.
Okay, bye.
Thanks for listening. Background music for the Emergence podcast was provided by Tabletop Audio. For more DICEBERG content, follow us on our Patreon and socials, or visit us on our website at DICEBERG Ahead.com.